All right, welcome to another episode of Critical Weight Theory, or I could call this podcast Local Flavor because I'm actually doing a restaurant sort of review, as weird as that might sound. So, I reviewed this place before on my YouTube channel itself, but this is going to be for the podcast actually. And of course, as you can tell by the title, I am reviewing Fifth and Elm Coffee House in Hancock, Michigan, which happens to be the city that I live in, the little city of Hancock. So, if you've ever found yourself exploring the historic streets of Michigan's Copper Country, you already know that the Keweenaw Peninsula has a food scene that's been, it's been in existence. Well, that's quite an intro, I know. But we do have some restaurants over here. And actually, the Fifth and Elm Coffee House is a pretty good one. If you're ever in the Hancock area, it's a pretty good place to check out if you want to get a bite to eat. You'll find them right at 426 Quincy Street. If you know the downtown district, they're located pretty close to where the old Finlandia University campus used to be. That's right. That's right. I got a graduate degree. I graduated from a university that no longer exists, Finlandia University. But anyway, it's right next to a bank building as well if you want to go to the Fifth and Elm Coffee House. And it's not too far from City Hall either. So if you've got some official city business to do and you want to grab a bite to eat or a cup of coffee before or after that important meeting with City Hall, you might not be able to fight City Hall, but you can fight your appetite or your thirst for coffee or whatever you want to drink there. So while it's not sitting right on top of the bridge connecting Hancock or Houghton, it's just a short drive or a solid walk from the Portage Lake waterfront. And I do have a little bit of a thing that I have to say. I have actually performed at this place before. I did stand up here. So that might sound like a bit of a conflict of interest. Okay, you got me on that. It might sound like I'm being biased. And actually, when this place was known as Studio Pizza and it was under different ownership, I actually performed music there during their opening ceremony. So again, conflicts of interest aplenty, perhaps, but I am trying to approach this with fairness in mind. So hopefully, you won't let my apparent bias taint the review. So if you're planning a visit, keep their schedule in mind. Monday through Wednesday, they're apparently open from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I think they might alter their hours here and there. So it always pays to try to check in advance if possible. And I guess from Thursday through Saturday, they keep the doors open till all the way until 8 p.m., making it perfect for a late afternoon study spot or an early dinner because they actually do serve pizzas here if you want to get a pizza. And really, it's the only place I know of, at least in this area, where you can get a full sized pizza early in the morning, like right when they open, like at around 8 a.m., I believe. You could technically go there and get a pizza. I think they used to open at 7 a.m. even, but I think it's at 8. But just note that they are actually closed on Sundays. So when you walk inside, the vibe is pretty laid back and cozy. I get along with the staff. You don't have, you know, belligerent people working there. As far as I can tell, I've never had any bad experiences. So it's a nice little independent community style space. Uh, I don't often have bad experiences in restaurants in general. but I've never had a bad experience here. So you'll find people just ordering food, minding their own business, and they're folks catching up over a cup of coffee, and you might have some Michigan Tech students, but also just people from that wherever if they want to get something to eat. And I personally think that the breakfast burritos are good, and good prices too. For I mean, I think as far as I'm concerned, like prices are pretty high these days, but I think that their prices are actually pretty reasonable with that in mind. And if you want to look at their menu, they've got all these different coffee things like a macchiato. I once ordered an Americano, which I later found out just means like coffee with extra hot water added to it. So I tried that once. I recommend their mocha. That's what I tried, or what I've tried the most there. Why do I say tried? I've had it before and I know what it's like, so I don't need to say I'm trying it. But anyway, I think you can normally add like mint flavor to the mocha because I'm a fan of mint mocha, so I'm pretty sure I've ordered that a number of times from there. They've got hot chocolate, they've got tea, frappuccino, Italian soda. You can get an iced tea, you can get iced coffee, all that kind of stuff. They've got San Pellegrino for canned drinks. They've got various sodas, including Squirt. Like I like Squirt. For breakfast, you can get a breakfast burrito. I love their breakfast burritos. That's what I recommend the most. But they've also got a breakfast bowl, breakfast pizza. They've got bagels and sandwiches. They've got BLT. If you want a chicken buffalo blue sandwich, a chicken cordon bleu, Tuscan chicken. Now, for whatever reason, I can't say that I've ordered sandwiches that often from here. I guess I'm more of a pizza guy, but you know, these sandwiches I've had them a couple times. I think they're pretty good. I don't know if I've had the tuna melt sandwich. um, I've never tried the walnut burger, even though that sounds potentially interesting. They've got a quesadilla. For some reason, I've never tried that. And according to the menu here, it's only $6.95, not 695, $6.95. So pizza, they've got a regular cheese pizza, pepperoni, sausage. You can build your own. Um, you got different sizes. There's a 9-inch like personal pan, a 12-inch medium, and I guess the 14-inch pizza is the what's considered the large. You can get a Greek pizza, a chicken cordon bleu, sweet Vidalia blue or Vidalia blue. The Boss pizza, I don't remember exactly what that entails, but there's a Supreme pizza. Veggie Lovers, that's the one that I've ordered a couple times most recently, because I'm trying to cut down a little bit on like meat. Like I don't want to eat as much meat as I used to. So I'm sure the vegetarian and vegan lovers are going to be proud of me for that. Although they're going to be disappointed that I haven't completely cut meat out of my diet. There's also a big Kahuna pizza, which I think is similar to the Hawaiian pizza. They've got a meat lovers with portobello mushroom pizza, a meat lovers with shaved steak, chicken barbecue pizza, chicken Alfredo, a pulled pork barbecue pizza, Philly cheesesteak, turkey artichoke pizza, El Diablo pizza if you like the hotter type of spicy pizzas. So I don't think they have much in the way of like soups. But maybe in the winter they get soups. I don't know for sure. And definitely the veggie lovers pizza is the one that I'm more likely to order recently, but I'm probably gonna try a different kind next time. So they've got a 4.2 to 4.4 star rating online, at least the last time I checked. So it seems like people like them well enough. And I considered this to be pretty much a top tier place. I hesitate to say any place is like perfect because you might go in there and have a bad experience for whatever reason. I don't know. I can't guarantee that you're going to love it, but if you are in the Hancock area, I think you could do worse. I've liked them whenever I've been there, and go ahead and check it out. They also have live music gigs at the Orpheum Theater. And like I said, I've done stand up there, so occasionally they might have stand up comedians too, so they do live events. And yeah, it's just a good place if you want to grab a bite to eat, as I believe I've said enough already. So that's about it for this review. I hope you might find some value in it. Um, Maybe you will actually be in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan at some point and in the Houghton and Hancock area, and you're like, where can I go? Well, this is one such place.